Hey, can you guys hear me? Alright, good. Yeah, I'm gonna make an item for Miner's Haven. I'm just in-game because I have no ideas right now. What was that? Alright, do you guys have any ideas for an item? Oh yeah, I also need to get a moderator. Oh, I have no ideas for an item. I'm not gonna make a new Dreamers item. Alright, I'll make the Mysterious Moderator. There we go. Oh, that's cool. I didn't do that. Let me just rejoin. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have push to talk on. I mean, I should have it on. Alright, you don't gotta spam Valentines upgrader. The last time I made something like that, it didn't turn out that well. And the last time I did that was also back in 2015. Family Guy upgrader. That seems pretty cool, I just don't think it'll be a good idea. You know, okay, how about this? I'll look at submissions then. Let me just open Studio. Yeah, I'll look at submissions before I make an item. So let me just change the name of the stream. Auroral Spatialis would have been pretty neat. Alright, unfortunately, you know, I'll show you guys the items I'm gonna add. I think it'll be pretty cool. Alright. You guys seen some of these items, like the Trinity Upgraders, Dreamer's Blight, but you haven't seen this mine. This is a pretty cool mine. Well, it depends on how you view the perk we're gonna give it. Alright, I'm not gonna look at these, I'm just gonna look at new items. So let me go through submission links on Discord. I should have some items in my toolbox. Alright, here's an item. Let me just refresh my toolbox. It's called Syntopian Dynasty. And it is made by... I can't see. Saturnity. The terrain of it seems a bit... I don't know about it, though. Because these towers are pretty neat, but the terrain is... It doesn't look that much like terrain, because there's no real differences in much of it. Also, these are lines, and we all know how much Breza doesn't like lines. The item that teleports ore based on the ore value, that was made, like, back in Halloween. It's just I never got around to adding it. But we're gonna add it this update. Alright, I need to get more moderators. I'll mod you, Rhea, because you're pretty trustable. You're a moderator now. Recolored Eye, I'm not gonna make you moderator. Wait, did I see Oxenite in chat? I swear I saw Oxenite. I guess not. Oh yeah, there's Oxenite. I'll mod Oxenite in Doge Gaming. Alright, hopefully that's good enough. I'll put this right there. This was made by Master. Yeah, Master. I'm pretty sure he's already a submitter. This is a pretty neat mechanical item, but the terrain could be a bit better though. Other than that, the actual build of it seems pretty neat. Huh, but what would this be if I was to add this? That's a question. Okay, Dragon Fruit made this, and I actually really like this. Oh man, looking at this again, this is really good. I like this. Yeah, this, I may make this a spring exotic. This is neat, I like this. Alright, I'll put this right there. I saw this one on Discord a while back, and I thought this was actually really cool. It's very basic, but with a little touching up on the terrain and maybe changing some of the rust textures on this, I think this can make a neat item. Also, they animated it, so it moves around. You want me to leak Evos and the Superstitious stats? Well, the thing is, a lot of Superstitious items don't have planned stats yet, other than Drayden's Gauntlet, because that one has been scripted since Halloween. But yeah, the gears on it moves. It's pretty cool. Yeah, animated items would be cool to add, but I feel like if this did influence lag, we should at least have an option to turn animation stuff off. Yeah, if we add this, it'll be a thingamajig upgrader. It'll be called whatchamacallit. Alright, I'll put this right next to the B. The Corruption of Demon. Let's look at this. It's by Per KLS. Yeah, I know it's dead silence because I'm using push to talk. LMV, I'm not gonna ban you. Pretty neat. Only issue is these pillars. Like, I'm not sure if I should consider this detail lines or not, but... Also, the terrain's a bit too symmetrical, actually. What's this? Yeah, if there's any way to improve this, maybe make the terrain look more natural, also these pillars. Something about the pillars just doesn't seem right. Yeah, I'll put that right there. Ooh, this one looks neat. It's Gamer Magic heart emoji, and the madness is backmated. It probably is a bit too detailed, but I think it looks neat. Although it is a tree on terrain, so I'm not sure what much I can do with this. Resubmit Immortal's Destiny, and I'll try to look at it. Oh, the spring. We don't talk about the Springtrap model. Gamer Magic. Oh, that's a big item. Alright, I need to change my lighting a bit, because the lighting is a bit too dramatic here, and you can't see anything underneath the tree. There. This is pretty neat. It's just, as I said, it is a tree on terrain, so there's not really much we could do with this unless it has a very neat gimmick to it. But other than not having a real place for it to put in the game, this is a really good item. Oh yeah, I should probably check the part count of this item. And these two. 616 parts, yeah, that's definitely a downside to it. This I can already tell is not a lot of parts, but let's check this. $271, that's decent, that's real decent. Yeah, at least they're not massive like Supreme Birthday Cake. There is, I think, 2 other items that can make really good spring exotics. Here it is. It's Deluxe Beehive. It's like the Beehive, but it's not the Beehive. Also, it's more bees. I think it's really cool. Alright, someone send me the Eggmad model. I'm gonna finally review it. What's this? Nucanium Destiny. It's a fusion between Vulcan's Grasp and Newtonia Mine. Okay, I'm definitely gonna use this upgrader. I'll just leave it up there. I mean, yeah, you can definitely tell this is a fusion between Vulcan's Grasp and Newtonia Mine, but the only problem is it doesn't have the properties a mine should have. Because all mines should be mostly made up of black slate material, so it can change with your team's color. But this doesn't have any of that. And besides that, what would the stats of this be? Because how we're gonna make fusions in this update, fusions will be literally a fusion of both stats from the 2 items it's a fusion of. So if this was an actual fusion, I'd have to combine the stats of Newtonia Mine and Vulcan's Grasp. Actually, maybe that could work. That's literally a Book of Knowledge mine. Concept-wise, it's pretty cool, but how it was portrayed, it needs a lot of work. Enchanted Fusion. Now, I'm not gonna... Enchantments are not gonna get evolutions or fusions, but I'm not... they can be used for superstitious items. But not all of them are gonna use an enchanted. Alright, I need to find the other upgrader that's actually really well made. That can be a spring exotic. It's like a way up high upgrader, but it's shaped like a bee. No, not a bee, it's shaped like a butterfly. I just need to find a model, if he even made it a model. Oh yeah, the soap upgrader. A lot of people keep telling me to add this back, but like, I had to tweak this item so much and it's in another file. Yeah, Superstitious will be a crafted item. If I add this soap item, I need to use the old model, but I'm not sure where I saved it. So I may need to look for it later. I feel like the item I'm looking for was made probably during Halloween, or sometime after. Alright, well, until I can actually get the model for it again, I'm gonna go to the next item. And it's not loading. The item I'm trying to load in is that fusion of the Invasive Cyberlord item and Sage Redeemer, but I don't think they uploaded the model properly. Alright, Oxknight, he posted a pretty wholesome looking furnace. It's also red again, but I'll show it. It kind of looks like Aether Refiner, except not Aether Refiner. Oh yeah, Invasive Cyberlord, you guys don't know, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. I'll show you. Oh, that's not it, that's the evolution. This one, this is Invasive Cyberlord. This item is called Moment. Yeah, this is really cool, but what would it do? Because concept-wise, it seems like it would have to work very similarly to Aether Refiner, unless this beam was like some kind of upgrader. Oh, this is a really nice effect right here, though. Yeah, this is cool, I like this. It's just, I don't know what to do with it. So I'll put that in the mushroom pile. Another dragon fruit item, they fused what looks like crystallized system and invasive cyberlords. Recheck Sage Lord? Okay, I'll recheck it. Nah, it's still not giving the item when I click on it. I mean, this could work as a fusion because you did include these two things right here, which are going to play a part in the gimmick of the furnace. But I kind of wish if people didn't fuse items we are adding into the game currently, because, like I said, fusions need to take into consideration of the stats of both items, and you guys don't know the full stats to any of the new Reborn items we're adding. Okay, this... how many parts is this? Okay, these hexagons alone is 144 parts. I'm gonna take a guess that this is a lot more than that. Yeah, 638 parts. That's a bit way too much for this. I mean, we don't really take into consideration part counts anymore, because before Bereza stopped working on the game, he did start saying he didn't care much about part count, but how much the item looked. But at the same time, I feel like we should still have a restriction to the part count, because we can't allow like a small item like this have like that many parts to it, especially if it's going to be easily obtainable. If an item like a sacrifice item had that many parts, I'd consider it, because at least you're only guaranteed to have one of those items. But for like a fusion or a reborn item, I don't think so. Alright, I'm gonna get some more models real quick. Oh, I don't have an item for third sacrifice yet. Sage Lord, okay. You guys can also send your links in the stream chat as well. I think that'll make it a bit easier. Alright, next item. Okay, so this one's by Roblox. It's called Doge. I think this is like a work of art right here. I love this item. I don't know what it's gonna do, but I think this can make it for a really good Superstitious item. So I would definitely put that in the pile of yes. Alright, next item. So they finally fixed the Sage Lord model. Here's what... This is pretty cool. It's just neat. It's frogs on the computer. Like, you know how people love cat videos? For Miner's Haven, it's frogs. This could be neat. But in terms of gimmick, Invasive has the upgrade. These upgrade your ore. These things. And Sage Redeemer is based on the amount of upgrades an ore has. So I think this could work, it just may become a more tedious version of Invasive Cyberlord though, so I'll put that next to the oof particles. Okay, Valvex sent me like a big list of items, and I feel like, yeah, I know a lot of these items. We're just gonna look at these 5 down here. He made a Igneous Lights fusion. Which, concept-wise, yeah, it could work, because they both are fueled by coal, but it's that same concept that makes me think it's not really that good of a fusion idea. Because it either works like Igneous or works like Northern. It can't really be both, because in a way they're kind of already the same. Because coal charges them. And he made a evolution to the Ore Saw Reborn item. Which, it will get an evolution at some point, I just don't know if I'm going to give it an evolution in this update. Yes, this is cool, I like this one. I don't know what this would do yet, but maybe for a future mechanic, we can use this. UFOs! Pretty wholesome. And this is just Ore Welder, but way up high. And for all the emoji walls, I don't know. This one definitely gets my attention more than all the other ones, cause it's Pog. Which one of these walls should I add? Because I feel like it's been a while since we've gotten an emoji wall. Okay, I think you guys want the Pog wall. Hey, there's Noob Dab. Now this is pretty cool. But you all decided Pog wall. A pretty simple item, but I think there's a bit too much going on for such little space on this item. Like right here especially. And here. Like an item for the Rats group would be neat, but I don't think I would make it an upgrader. Actually no, they already have 2 items in game. Alright, so someone sent me an item by another submitter, and this is the second time they've told me about it, so I'll show you guys it and see what you guys think of it. It's an item with a big B on it. It's also a ramp. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty well built actually. It's just I'm not sure how to feel about this B. That's a good name. I'll call it Big B. Okay, this is a solid maybe. I'll put that with the other B stuff. I'll just... there we go, on top there. Alright, this is made by a submitter called The Amazing Kang. He calls it that, yeah. It's a floating boy. At first I kind of thought it was a fusion of Dragon Glass and Pylodite Mine, but I think it'll be better off if it was its own item. But it's a floating dragon with 3 droppers. The only issue is I don't think it really fits in with the game all that much. I mean, Kang is one of the main builders for Mining Madness, so it's not really surprising that this item looks like it would fit in more with Mining Madness. I'll put this in the mushroom pile. Where is it? Right over there. This is a fusion between Abomination and Hades Palace. And it does look pretty neat. The only problem I have with it is what its stats would be. Because how Abomination works is it consumes an ore it touches and it gets an upgrade from it. But with Hades Palace functions based on the amount of tags an ore has. And combining those two mechanics really wouldn't work. I mean, yeah, it does look really cool. It's just... there's just nothing we can do with it. Unless this upgrader applied the Abomination effect to ore, but I think that would be a bit busted. So, almost like the concept of Vampire Spore. I'll think about it. Because Vampire Spore is getting a rework to actually be usable more. I'll put this in the mushroom pile. Alright, Frenzy made this, and I want to see what you guys think. So, a while back in Miner's Haven, there used to be, like, other game passes, like the Wall Pack and the Ninja Pack. This is pretty much an expansion to the Ninja Pack. You get these neat shadow particles, you get a ninja zombie, and you get the massive ninja diamond mine. It's just, I'm not sure if we would bring back those game passes or not. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I was working on the expansion to the wall pack because I think the walls could look a bit cooler. And I still may add those walls back. Unless if we did add these, we just put them in the premium shop. I'll have to talk to Bereza about if we could bring back the old game passes. I'll put this right there. Alright, I've been sent the same link twice now, but I already have the model, so let me just go look for it and see what you guys think about it. Okay, it's called the Nick Funny Pack, and my bucket made this. It's 4 items based off Frenzy. We got a wall with his face on it, a conveyor with his face on it. I think this is a hydraulic conveyor with his face on it, and a furnace that's just his face. See, I'm not sure how I want to feel about this, because I don't know how we would add this. And if we add one for Frenzy, then we automatically have to do the same thing for Bucket and Blue Mac. But yeah, the mouth also opens and closes. I'll show that in action. Let me just run. Huh, I guess it doesn't. Unless Bucket scripted it and I don't have the scripted version of it. Obamium. What's the Obamium device? Oh, it opens and closes when it eats ore. I don't think we're gonna add any item based off Obama. Alright, I've sent a link to an item I already have. But what's concerning is the thumbnail of it got moderated. Okay. I am not, no. Oh, you sent the... Okay, I didn't have this. Oh yeah, I love this item, Box Knight. This is the item I was talking about. This is an upgrader. It's this boy. This is nice, I love this item. Like, I don't know what it would do, but a neat effect we could have it do is... Like, the neon effects in the wings. We can have these change colors every time you place it. So there's different patterns every time you place this item. I think that'll be pretty neat. Also, this is the first butterfly item we even have, so that's new. We could do like the Outdoors updates V2, and just have a lot of spring stuff. Alright, let me just go through other items. Alright, this is called Micro Galactic Enhancer by GT6 Pro. My concern is it, based off the thumbnail alone, it looks too detailed. Yeah, this uses small parts on it, like up here and near the top of these. Well, the antennas I think we could give a pass on, because of course you're going to have small parts for that, but this thing right here. Actually, this is pretty neat. The conveyor I think is a bit overkill with this pattern on it, but the build of it is so simple that I think it could work. But the colors may need to be worked on a bit, because they don't really work that well together. Ambrosia Temple by Dreamers SSX. Has anyone even sent the Eggmad link yet? I don't think anyone's shown me Eggman yet. Oh, Hoshi-san made it with Dreamers. Well, let's look at it. It's a fusion between Ancient Temple and Ambrosia Garden. So this would upgrade ore if it's a whole number or a decimal, and it will also have to take into consideration how long the ore has been alive. For a fusion, I don't think that could be really useful. Oh, I only have one Ambrosia fusion. So yeah, if we would consider the Ambrosia Temple, maybe, because it does look really good. But stat-wise, I don't think it'll be worth using. The Galactic Overlord I made 2 years ago. No. Another weird Miner's Haven submission by The Loading Tree. It looks pretty cool in the thumbnail, but it may look too cool. By that I mean too detailed. Yeah, this is too much. It definitely looks cool, it just doesn't seem like it would fit in with Miner's Haven. This upgrade part is very unique, but if just like try to cut down on these small parts and maybe remove the pattern on the conveyor. And maybe it could work better? Perhaps. It's just Bereza didn't like small parts because it would make the item look too detailed for the game. Large blaster thing by no SH. I assume this is an evolution to Big Bad Blaster. And if this is an evolution, I don't think this best resembles an evolution to Big Bad Blaster. Like, Big Bad Blaster is a very simple item. If it was to get an evolution, I think it should kind of still look like Big Bad Blaster, but still be its own item. But I don't think this would work as an evolution for it. Hey, what's this? It's by Flying Doge. Alright, a moderator sent me a fusion. It's Abomination and Newtonium. But first, let's look. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't fit in with the game at all. There's a lot of small details on it. Alright, this was made by Binary Crimson and I think Nerdy-san. It's a collab with someone, but I forgot who. Pretty awesome. It captures Abomination's effects good because of these pipes and such. And it also does mimic the shape of Newtonium. But stat-wise, it would have the consume effect from Abomination and the radioactive buff for Newtonium. which fusion of 2 mines automatically works, because they're already mines. It just combines the 2 gimmicksy items we'll get. So I'll think about this. I'll put this on top of the temple. Show new domination from Frenzy. Okay, I'll show you guys its competition. If I just gotta find it. Oh yeah, this item was made a while back, but they call it the furry head. But as much as I'm pretty sure it was made as a joke, but I hate how well built it actually is. And it makes me wonder if we actually gave items to specific YouTubers and streamers of Miner's Haven, I would see if he could change just to look more like a bear, and I just make this Evan Bear's item. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys don't like this. Except one of you who said add it, but yeah, I don't think I should add it. Or, as I was checking submissions, this person sends me. It's called the Vibe Inspector. There's no image to get a look of it ahead of time, so I'm not sure what to expect. Wait, the image just loaded, never mind. I know exactly what to expect. Oh yeah, Nation competent. I just need to find it. Here it is. Alright, so they practically both took different turns at the fusion. Like, Frenzy made his to be more so Abomination space with Newtonian features to it, but Binaries is Newtonian base with Abomination features to it. But personally, I think Binaries does it better. Like, they're both pretty good, but this one has a lot more Abomination qualities to it. Especially these pipes down here. Just gotta make sure there's nothing inside of it. But if we did add one of these items, I think I may go with Binaries. I'm just not sure if we would add it yet. Alright, let's look at the Vibe Inspector now. I don't know how to feel about this item. Yeah, I can see he's checking your vibe, but yeah, it doesn't fit the Miner's Haven theme. I mean, one thing they definitely have going for is the hands. The hands are pretty good. Someone finally sent me Eggmad. Okay, let's go look what Eggmad is. So it's actually Eggmad. It's egg version of Arrowmad. My only question is why. I don't understand why this was created, or how it was, or what. No, hold on, what motivated you to create this? And of all submitters, how come you chose Arrowmad for it? There's like 80 other submitters as well. So it's about why not. Okay, well, I'll put this in the mushroom pile then. Now we just put it up there. Alright, I need to go look for another item. Sideways 8 cents an item. I think I know what this item is, and it's pretty cool, but the only problem I have with it is how many of the item we have of it so far. So this is a fusion between Aether Refinery and Ore Illuminator. It's definitely really cool, and I think stat-wise it can work. The only problem is we have already 3 Ore Illuminator fusions planned. There's 2 new coming, and there's already Dark Illuminator, but this will be the 4th fusion with Ore Illuminator. Which I don't think we should add so many fusions of Ore Illuminator. Especially when it has one of the most expensive evolutions in the game. Compare them? What do you mean compare them? Yeah, that's why, yeah, Rita, that's why I mean, they could kind of work together. But we already have 3 different Illuminator fusions. I'll show you them, I'll show. I just gotta find them. Okay, so we have this one between Ore Illuminator and Stardust Pulsar. I think it's pretty straightforward what it's gonna do. It's pretty much a Pulsar form of Ore Illuminator. And then we got Illuminator Schrodinger. So that's why I don't think we should add another Illuminator item, because that we already have 3 of them. Assuming I do add these 2 upgraders, then yeah, we have 3. Hey, this looks pretty neat. It's made by Cyan Loader. Okay, this is a bit too much neon spam. It's definitely neat in shape. There's nothing that's really built like this. It's just like maybe tone down the neon and maybe reduce some of these parts right here, and this could be a pretty neat item. I'm not sure what we could use it for, but if something ever came up, maybe it could have a use. So I'll put this right on top of this. Alright, so this item posted is an evolution of Mine, and I'm not gonna add exotic evolutions, so I'm not gonna look at it. But it does look really cool based on the thumbnail. Okay, this is another item Dragon Fruit made. And I think the concept is pretty neat. The only issue is it's a star item. Oh, that's smaller than I thought it was. But yeah, it's a toxic star item. But my issue is, where would this fall in line with the other star upgraders? Because the order stars usually go in right now is like Morning Star, Catalyzed Star, then Neutron Star. No, it's Morning Star, Catalyzed Star, Red Giant, Neutron Star, then Blue Supergiant. I'm not sure where this would fall in line with those stars. And we already have like 5 stars. 6 if you want to include Black Dwarf. So I don't think there's much we can do with that. Hey, this is Oh, this is pretty wholesome. If we ended up doing a Valentine's event. Would you guys actually like a Valentine's event? I know Miners Haven never done one before, but if we did, it probably would just be a small event, because it's not really something to base an entire big update around. Okay, there's a lot of yeses, and a few nos. Alright, then if you guys want to begin making Valentine's items, I guess they would have a purpose now if we do a Valentine's event. But here's the item I was looking at. It's a teleport set for Valentine's Day. It's good they also made it based off the new model of teleporters. It's pretty good. They have this candy they usually have. Sweet chalk. Hey, get it, because there's mines in the game. Yeah, these are pretty good. I'll put that in the far corner. If I added these Valentine's teleporters, my only issue is the amount of teleporters in the game. Because, to be fair, teleporters are pretty OP. But I guess we could make it another teleport set. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait until Valentine's Day, like Doge Gaming said. I'm just gonna add it. Ooh, this looks pretty cool. By X Beep Beep. And there's another item made by Mustakill. We'll look at those 2 items. Yeah, I'll release Halloween 2020 right now. I think that's a really good idea. Alright, first we'll look at Mustakills. Pretty cool! It's a simple mechanical item. I think this could be like a Reborn item. Because, you know, the first Reborn items were mechanical. But only issue is what it would do. Unless this was... Do we have any Freon Reborn items? I don't think we do. I mean, yeah, there is Father of Freon, which is an advanced Reborn, but other than that, do we really not have any Freon upgraders? Okay, then yeah, maybe this item does have a bit more reason to use at it. Oh yeah, the Trinity Upgraders does have a Freon upgrader, but that's not in the game yet. Is Frigid Dystopia really a Freon item? I mean, it is cold, but it's not directly Freon. Alright, let's look at Crystallized Dystopia. It's a very obvious fusion between Crystallized System and Frigid Dystopia. But the only issue is there's no snow on it, and I think the color could probably be a fusion between blue and yellow, rather than just taking Frigid's colors. Other than that, this does look pretty cool. It's just missing, snow from Frigid. What do you mean? It's not pronounced dystopia? Hell, I've been calling it dystopia all this time. It's dystopia. Now, I thought dystopia sounded cooler. Alright, someone posted an evolution to Virtual Enhancer, but we already have an evolution for it. And I'll show you guys. Let me just find it. Right here. This is an evolution of Virtual Enhancer. It's pretty cool. I think Matt3864 made it. And it's a pretty good item for a virtual evolution. And also, I'm pretty sure you all know I'm adding an evolution to Arcane Lightning as well. It's pretty cool as well. It has the E sign on it. And as I said sometime during Christmas, the Sword God Shrine will also get an evolution. Being this guy. Which gives you dual dark hearts. And I'm just gonna leave that there. What's this item? Raccoonies made an item called Loop Gate. I think I may know what this does. And if I think it is what I think I know what it does, of what I think, then it could be a good item. I just don't know what we would make it. Alright. Okay, so yeah, this is exactly what it is. So pretty much, this number here is the amount of times you want the ore to go through it. So say you have Ore Steamer, right? If you want to use Ore Steamer 3 times, you make this number 3. And after the 3rd time it goes through it, the ore is teleported to here. So it makes using the same item multiple times a bit easier. Like items such as Ore Recliner, Ore Winder, or Steamer. I don't think this item is scripted, but the concept of it definitely is something that would probably be worth adding sometime. And as you guys probably already know, I am adding the automatic ore sorter, which teleports ore based on the ore value. And we also got my bucket's purity tracker, which displays the amount of upgrades an ore it may have. And this isn't a new item. I'm just going to replace the gnome particles with oof particles. Please show Father of Freon. Okay, I'll show it. The wet floor sign. I don't think I should tell you guys what wet floor does. Okay, so a while back on Twitter, I posted these 3 upgraders. These are the Trinity upgraders. There's Father of Freon, Son of Poison, and Spirit of Fire. And based on the order you put them in, depends on what they end up doing to your ore. Oh, you want to see the death cap, huh? Okay, where's the death cap? There, here's the death cap. As I said, a lot of super... Wait, how do you even know the death cap exists? I don't think I leaked the names of the... Huh, okay. Well, the death cap, yeah, is a mushroom superstitious item. Look at the green one in the back. What green one? Oh, your triangle boy. Yeah, I changed it. Because we had a lot of red items, so I made this look like a Newtonium upgrader. It's called the Newtonic Corroder. Aramad, we were just talking about you. I was looking at the Eggmad item. And yeah, you guys know these two enchants. Well, I didn't show Champion Diffuser, but I showed this one. And we're adding the big tree, finally. I can show you guys what Champion Diffuser does. You guys want to see what Champion Diffuser does? Because it's pretty powerful. Alright, I'll show you guys. Let me just find Miner's Haven Testing. Okay, Doge game... Wait, why are you guys saying no? What are you guys even saying no to? Alright, I'm still gonna show you guys Champion Diffuser. Alright. So I'll show you guys Champion Diffuser. I just gotta wait for everything to load in. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the music real quick, and I'm gonna... you guys gotta listen to the noise it plays. The noise is literally just a distorted oof. I didn't know what else to make the noise for this item, so it's just oof. There's no game audio. Huh. Okay, then I may have forgot to do something. But as you guys see, it does give you wings. But that's not all it does. The wings function very similarly to how Terraria wings work, except you're in a 3D place and not 2D. But this isn't all you can do with wings. So Champion Diffuser has the side effect of... Well, unfortunately you can't use resetting Infuser with it, however, it copies the effects of any Infuser you have placed down on your base. However, we did give it a maximum amount of speed and jump and health it can give to you, because this can be very broken. Where am I? Okay, so I have 400 Zenith Wills. And as I place them, you can see it attaches a beam to the Champion Diffuser. And if I touch it, it gives me stats that are reduced versions of all the Zenith Wills I have placed. Of course, I don't think anyone legitimately has this many Zenith Wills. But if you did, you have a lot of speed, and you have wings as well. And it's pretty cool. For an Infuser, that is. And as I said, you cannot use resetting Infuser with it. And I think I could take this time to show you guys the Craftsman's new menu. He's right here. Alright. I mean, he's selling some pretty good stuff. Also, these sharp prices are not final. So, expect these to change. You're not gonna stay like this. These are way too cheap for these items. And we also got salvaging. Same thing, these prices are not final for salvaging. But any item you have in your inventory, you can salvage it here. So I got a Blind Justice. If I don't want Blind Justice, I'll salvage it. And I could get 38 shards for it. Enchanting is the exact same as before. And here is Champion Infuser's recipe. And I think I'm gonna keep the recipe like this, because it's pretty powerful. You need 2 Zenith Wills. Fusions is not functional. Evolutions is. This is functional. And as for what's currently done for reincarnation, that's somewhat all, actually. I still gotta get a document with all the items, new stats finished, which that's still taking some time. And then we gotta get those items scripted. Alright, let's go back to looking at items. This item is called Thongi with 2 G's. Nah, the whole update's not really leaked. Because I'm pretty sure I haven't shown all items, unless you guys got a glimpse of the items. Alright, let's look at this item. It's by Saib. This is pretty cool, but there's a lot of lack of textures on this. And I know this is the metal texture, it just looks too smooth for a mechanical item. But it's still a pretty good build. Alright, this item is a Rainbow Floodlight. I think you all know what this item is gonna do. Yeah, it's a floodlight. I'm gonna run it and see what happens. Yeah, that's definitely a Rainbow Floodlight. As much as how they probably only scripted this item and didn't necessarily build it other than recoloring the floodlights, I feel like this will be a pretty neat premium item. So I think this is pretty cool of an item. In terms of... well, the build is very simple, it's just a floodlight, but it's just smooth plastic white. That may change, but the idea of it is pretty cool. Okay, there's an item, it's made by John Cena Hat. I think he made it, he sent it at least. I already have it, it's this one right here. It's called Frigid Dystopia. But I can't tell if this is a fusion between Frigid and Hades or an evolution of Frigid. I think it's a fusion because it has skulls, and skulls usually go straight to Hades' palace. Oh, as Midnight, I'll mod you Midnight, because you're the guy. Maybe this item could work, but my only issue is it doesn't really look... There's not much Hades to it. There's a lot of Frigid to it, but I think there could be a bit more Hades to it, in terms of colors. Alright, my bucket... Okay, never mind, you said just kidding, though. So if this item could get a bit more Hades Palace look to it, maybe I'll consider it. Because it's shaped like Hades Palace, but there's not much that makes it look like Hades Palace, because the overall color and texture choice for this makes it look more like Frigid. Alright, I don't know, I don't like this item as a concept because I don't get the purpose of it. But I'll see what you guys think of it. So this is called right centering conveyor and left centering conveyor. It's pretty straightforward. It's a centering conveyor for the left and right. But I'm not sure what usage this would have. Because there's very few situations where this could be useful. Okay, so... Yeah, it's an edit of my bucket submission, but I don't think we could consider this a submission if that's the case, because it is just a conveyor. Okay, can someone please name off some situations where this could be useful, because I'm really confused. Of course, we're using, like, a transition from a normal conveyor size to a mini conveyor size. But we could literally just add a converter for that, rather than a centering conveyor for it. Okay, if you guys want a tiny conveyor converter, then I'll just make a converter that goes from normal to small. How is this better? I'll have to think about it, because I don't know how to feel about this item still. But if it's for items like a small conveyor size, we could just make a converter for it. Yeah, you don't get the option to choose which side you want to put it on, but at the same time, that's kind of the case for some other items. Cadden, weren't you the one telling me to add this, though? Alright, let's go to the next item. Hades Arcane. Send it again, because... Wait, do I have the model for it? Let me see. In the meantime, let's look at this thing. It's Purple Crystal Boy. The conveyor definitely is a bit overkill in terms of detail. But the overall shape and design of it is pretty neat. There may be some areas that are a bit weird looking, like maybe these lines here. But this looks pretty cool. Yeah, someone said Eggman, and I looked at it. Alright, I've seen this item like in Bereza games and in Genesis, so I'll show this. Because I need to look closely at this just to make sure of what I'm looking at. It's called Rotary Upgrader. I mean, it's definitely pretty neat. The only issue is, or the only thing that would make me see a purpose in this is if these top purple things are upgraders. And it doesn't seem like they are because they're named Conveyor. Yeah, I don't see a purpose in this item, because if these purple parts were upgraders, then yeah, maybe this could be pretty neat, and maybe this last part of the purple upgrader could do a higher upgrade than these other three parts. I'll have to think about this one. I'm not sure. I'll put that with the Valentines upgraders. Alright, let's look at Oxenite's fusion between Hades Palace and Arcane Lightning. Oh, where to go? Here it is. It definitely looks cool. My only problem is what it would do. Because it does... It's an arcane item, yeah, so it automatically makes the item a button item. But the fact that it's a Hades Palace fusion, that's what makes it a bit weird. Because Hades Palace is an upgrader based on the amount of tags Nor has, but this is Arcane Lightning. And Arcane Lightning's upgrader is based on the amount of button clicks you have. So I can't really have this be the stats of the amount of button clicks you have be the idea, because that's not really Hades Palace. Because it's not considering the tags. Oh yeah, it also has sands on it. It's really a cool item, it's just function-wise I'm not sure how it would work. Upgrades by how hot the ore is, perhaps. Well, that's not even a fusion between any of the items, actually. That's kind of Scorching Heats, I think. Unless Scorching Heat's based on how cold ore are. Hey, this is a pretty cool looking item. It's called Ethereal Gate. It's made by No Mess. Yeah, I think this item should just only kill ore. I think that's a pretty good idea. Oh, what is... Oh, it's a conveyor. I didn't see that. It just seems like a very toned-down Gate of Eclipse. What's this? Oh, it's gone. It's cool, but I'm just not sure about this item. Alright, this person sent a big bad pizza blaster. Yeah, that's definitely a pizza blaster. And it's pizza blaster in blaster form. But the question is that even a fusion? Because it's a blaster, yeah, but I don't think that should be all that defines Big Bad Blaster, because there's also Dragon Blaster. Add Hydrella Clown Doge. I mean, it's a pretty good idea to make Hydrella Clown Doge. I can't be... It's not wrong. Yeah, it does work, because they are just two upgraders. Two basic upgraders at that. But stat-wise, that'll just be a slightly buffed up Big Bad Blaster. And a slightly larger one too. I'll put that inside of the gate. Okay, this is a fusion between what looks to be Blue Supergiant and Igneous Forge. I'm just not sure how this item would work at all. Will there ever be better stars than the ones now? No, I think Blue Supergiant's just going to remain as the best star in the game. I don't think there needs to be a better one. Alright, Blue Super Forge. It's pretty cool, it's just, what would it do? Because it's a furnace like Igneous Forge. My only issue is, how do you incorporate Blue Supergiant's mechanics into it? Yeah, it's it looks pretty cool, it's just, stat-wise it wouldn't work at all. Alright, let's look at this Void Furnace. Yeah, that's a Void Furnace. It definitely looks cool, but as a lot of issues with items that look cool, what would it do? Because, yeah, we have Void Drive, which is the most busted item in the game. Should we really add a Void Furnace, though? Like, let me just put that right there. I mean, that does look like it should work together. That'll be pretty neat. It's just, what would the mechanics of a Void Furnace do? There's not really any way for us to make any particular vintage or exotic easier to get. All vintages and exotics share the same chance of being obtained when you unbox something. The reason why it seems so rare is because there's so many different vintages in the game. Takes an ore on the base plate and upgrades the ore that gets processed. Isn't that literally Devourer of Nightmares, which is like the worst enchant in the game? Oh yeah, I gotta change Maskman's bargains. Consider retiring some vintages. I mean, should we consider retiring vintages? Because if we add more vintages, it's just gonna, like, make the tier a bit more annoying to get. Yeah, I don't want a Second Amendment any vintages. I'll put this inside the gate. What's this? Hey, it's Void Drive for Void Drive. Hey, let's look at this Zeppelin. This is an anti-gravity item, and it's a Zeppelin. I mean, it's definitely a cool idea for an anti-gravity item, because it's, you know, it's a Zeppelin, it should be floating. It's just that my only concern is, would it fit in with the game or not? Oh yeah, that's definitely true. It would definitely look weird when you have multiple of them placed right after each other. Let's see what that looks like. No, that's not really that bad. It's just a long Zeppelin. So you can either make a Zeppelin or you can make a missile. Yeah, this Zeppelin's pretty cool. I'll consider it. I'll put it... Where should I put this one? I'll put this in the... I'll put it inside the Abomination Fusions. Alright, so I was sent this mine by someone. Saip made this again. And they call this one. They call this item the Gangsta Mine. I'm just not sure this will be appropriate to even add into the game. How's it too big? Is 12 by 12 hitbox? That's not bad. They even got some Iron Man cola. Alright, let's look at some other items. This one's called just Nature's, made by the same person, I think. No, it's made by Xenon the Wise. Yeah, we should add another another Bereza Cola like item. It'll just be Iron Man Cola. I think that's a good idea. Okay, here's it's some trees on some terrain, but this is a really well built item. But in terms of where it would be in the game, I have no clue. So I'll put this inside of the portal. You guys really want a hydraulic clown doge, don't you? Alright, so I just got sent an item back from Halloween. I want to see what you guys think of this. There may be a lot of mixed reactions towards this item. But it's called the Pile of Oof Wafers. And as the name suggests, it's a pile of oof wafers. I mean, we already have the pile of wafers. Do we really need an oof wafer variant of it? Alright, I got sent a big pack by Felian. Let's check out what these items are. Oh, yep, there are. Okay, this is their item called the Monolith, and I kinda like the idea of a big monolith item. It's just this kind of looks a bit too much, maybe. In terms of particles, that is. The terrain definitely is unique in its own way, because I don't think anyone's done terrain like this. But the particles probably are a bit too much. And we got a star, quantum, or a cleaner fusion. I'm gonna take a guess that this is a fusion of red giants, only based on the, the canisters. And also the force field effect. Which I kind of do want the stars to be in a fusion, but only based on specific mechanical items. Like, you know how Morning Star is fused with Catalyzed Star. Maybe like Red Giant's fused with Quantum and Blue Supergiant is fused with Azure Refiner. Things like that. I think those would be pretty neat. Yeah, I'll consider this. This is a funny meme item. It's pretty much a hydraulic blaster, but it's not really a blaster because it's a trumpet. I'm gonna assume this is... Oh no, this is a fusion of Blue Supergiant and Azure Refiner. There can definitely be a bit more to make it resemble Azure Refiner. Yes, this is cool. This kind of looks like too much like a shop item, though. And this one could work as an evolution. It's just, I think there should be a bit more to it that makes it like a reborn item, because right now this looks too much like a shop item. Doomspire, it's a fun game. And we got here the massive ambrosia mine, and it even comes with the trademarked ladder. And this is actually really built very well. I like this. I don't know what massive ambrosia tier would be, because Reborn has the massive diamond mine. Look at Einstein, please. What's Einstein? The concept of this item is really cool, because I remember him building this. This is a Nova Star Schrodinger fusion. It's like Nova Star, but it boosts the chances for Schrodinger, so this makes Schrodinger's better upgraders. Which definitely, I think, would make Schrodinger's worth using more. My bad, I meant her. This item seems a bit too cubular. From above, at least. But yeah, some of these are pretty solid items. Massive Ambrosia, Schrodinger Nova Star. These two, if this one looks a bit more like a reborn item. And perhaps the Quantum Red Giant fusion. Yeah, I'll add fusions of items that already are in fusions, but I may limit it to either 2 or 3 fusions per item, because I don't want fusions to be made up mostly of one item being constantly fused. Alright, this is a gravity item. I'm not sure what it is because half of it seems missing because of the thumbnail. Let's look at it. Oh. So, already I think I can see this didn't use the hydraulic kit. Yeah, this does not follow hydraulic formats. But I can easily tell this is probably an item you, like, let or fly up into before hitting a conveyor on top. It's a neat concept, but the item just doesn't follow submission rules in terms of hydraulics. Okay, this is called Sword Furnace, even though it looks like a red tree. Oh yeah, that's definitely a sword. This does not fit Miner's Haven theme. Like, the terrain is pretty good, but like, the tree just looks very awkward, and these red crystals just seem out of place. Especially the ones that change textures like this. Also, same thing goes for the swords. Alright, I'm gonna regret looking at this item, but let's look at it. It's made by Immortal Heavy 12. And it's... I'm not sure why you guys make this stuff still, but it's another Iron Mine Chan, pretty much. Except they called it Iron Mine San. And it's just Iron Mine Chan holding an Iron Mine, and they're doing a pose. Alright, I'm not gonna add this. We already have Iron Mine Chan. Oh, Deluxe Pineapple Refiner. I love this item. I never got to look at it in studio, actually. I'll show you guys the item. It's pretty cool. Alright. It's made by X Beat Boop again. And they pretty much made a deluxe version of Pineapple Refiner. See, I'm not sure if we'd make this a remaster of the current Pineapple Refiner, or if we end up making a second Pineapple Refiner. Because this is a really good item. That's why we say Deluxe Pineapple Refiner, because I think... I don't know, because I don't think this could be an exotic. Because Pineapple Refiner already exists and it's an exclusive to people who have the play solo thing. Actually, can you even get Pineapple Refiner anymore? Or is it just not obtainable whatsoever? Yeah, I know back then it used to be obtainable, but currently, can you still get it? Oh, VIP servers? Awesome 100. Okay, well, if we add this item, I'm not sure if this will be a reskin of Pineapple Refiner or if it's its own separate item entirely. Okay, so we got another centering conveyor, but it's literally just a half version of the centering conveyor, and I don't want to add that. Alright. This is a pretty cool item that I think Bereza did consider in the past, and it's very well built. I'm not sure what this will be. I'm thinking perhaps Contraband. And maybe this could be a cell furnace specifically made for research points. I think it'll be pretty cool. Alright, I'll put this in the on top of the Doomspire Tower. Alright, I'm gonna look at a few more items and I'm probably gonna end the stream. Yeah, Dreamer's Might will get an evolution. Where's the Einstein upgrader? Did you DM me or is it on the Discord? Scorching Wasteland. We already have a Scorching Heat evolution, unless you mean go look at the one I have chosen. Bring back Pink Fence. I mean, Pink Fence definitely is a force to be reckoned with, and I think it fit very much in with Superstitious tier. Oh my god. This is a Despacito mine. And it's not the one I know of, it's a different Despacito mine, so there's multiple Despacito mines made. That's definitely something. Wait, did you put the dropper in the hitbox? This item isn't even functional. The dropper is inside the hitbox, so you can't save the ore at all. So it's just gonna kill the ore every time it drops something. Alright, Crystallized Isopia got updated and they have snow on it now. Pretty awesome. Yeah, I think this could work as a crystallized system fusion. This is really cool. I'll put this on top of the boxes, on top of the dystopian. Not dystopian, that's on top of the Doomspire Tower. I'll look for the Einstein upgrader and show it. Whoever's asking for the Einstein upgrader, could you tag me on Discord with it? Yeah, this is pretty neat. It's just, I'm not sure how well this item would fit into the game. This reminds me of an old item I built. I think it's a speed build. But I think this one definitely beats that item. Alright, Oxenite's desperate, he says. Let's look at this cool. Yeah, we'll give a release date when the update is actually, almost finished. Because I don't want us to have to stress over the release date. Oh, I didn't... Okay, this is called Cool. It's by Oxenite. It looks very much like the Void Furnace he showed us. I mean, this is a pretty cool item. Only problem is the amount of particles that this item has, just for the star in the middle. And I get it's a star, but I don't think all these flying orbs are necessary for it. Other than that, it's pretty cool. Nah, the update's not close to being done. Oh yeah, the rings around the star do spin. Okay, let's look at this surveillance state. Yeah, there's definitely surveillance on it. I don't think it looks like a state, but it's a unique conveyor design I don't think we have. This is a normal size conveyor, and it turns. I don't think we have any normal conveyors that do turn like this, other than the way up high ones, but that's not normal conveyors. Only issue is, small parts with this. I like the particles on this, it's pretty neat. Contraband. I mean, I don't really see Masked Man selling an item that looks like a very controlling civilization. Check Discord. Okay, I'll check Discord. Oh yeah, this thing. This is an old Chungus. I have this model. It's a very old item. If you guys were here, like, back in 2016, I believe, you know this item. It was right before PvP was removed, but I remember Bereza wanted to add this item, and you get it for getting a ton of kills in the game. It's still one of the coolest looking items made. The only issue is, PvP should get a bigger place in the game if we add this. Because currently there's really no usage to PvP in the game. It's just something there to do. I mean, yeah, you can still PvP with people, but there's space protection, and that's the big, real killer of PvP. There is one cool idea though. If we remove space protection, we'll give you the option to have a force field upgrade, so you spawn with a force field, and you can adjust how much time you can get with your force field. And we can also implement a feature called an RP bank, and this bank allows you to store your research points and not risk losing them if you die to someone. Because if we did remove base protection, we probably would add RP stealing, but we also would try to prevent ways for you to not be spawn killed. There's still a lot of reasons why PvP shouldn't come back the way it is, but if we add some ways to get around that, I think it would be pretty cool. What do you guys mean by passive mode? Like just like a setting you can activate that turns on base protection? Or you mean an entire different game mode? Because the issue with that is we aren't going to be capable of doing game modes. I mean, it's possible, it's just Bereza doesn't agree with different game modes on Miner's Haven. So that's why we can't really exclude players who want to do PvP and players who don't want to do PvP. So it's either we force PvP on everybody and give more incentives to PvP existing, or we can't do anything regarding PvP. Because we can't really have a toggle to it, because yeah, as Arrowman said, people are just going to disable it. Alright, Oxeneye sent another item. Alright, this item is pretty neat in theory, but my only problem is the the whole center of it. Like with the beams and the glass gimmick. Because that can look very weird from a distance. That's why the third sacrifice item no longer is going to be the Big Bang item because of the glass and beam mechanic. It glitches out if you have fog, pretty much. That's removed? Alright, let's look at it then. It's called Hole in the Sky, I think. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's still there, but... It's neat, but again, I don't know how I feel about this top... Oh, that's not a beam, is that just parts? Or no, that's a beam. Oh, no, it's a decal, never mind. Okay, that's much different then. I'll have to think about this one, because I'm still not sure how to feel about it. Yeah, I'm looking at subs, but I'm gonna end the stream soon. Because it's 8 PM. Alright, I'll look at one more item. Oh, this is Blight. So, is this a Dreamer's Blight evolution? Because I don't think this is much of an evolution. This looks like a remake of it. It's just a crazier looking tree with mushrooms and more drastic looking terrain. Yeah, exec pillars could use a buff. Because right now, exec pillars it sucks. It does a random upgrade and it only upgrades like specific ore apparently. Or like an ore, it upgrades it, then it disables itself, then activates itself again. That should at least be removed. Alright, I think that's done for now. We got a lot of pretty good items that we probably could either put in reincarnation or use for future updates. I'm not sure if I'll do more streams in the future like this, but there's definitely things to improve about this. Because this is the first time I've done it. Yeah, maybe in the future I will. But maybe not like an active schedule of it. But yeah, this did much better than I actually thought. There's like 300 of you guys. So, yeah, thank you. I use push to talk just in case anything happens in the background. Yeah, midnight streams on Twitch. That's why I decided to do this on YouTube. Alright, here. I'll show you guys a superstitious item. One that I haven't shown. Let me just grab one by random. No, I showed that one. I showed that one too. This is a superstitious item. This one's called Optic Origin. And I think this actually is made by a new submitter. Because the person who made this, this is their first item, I believe. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, when Reincarnation also comes out, we're gonna change the Maskman's exotic deals to be the spring exotics, but Pirate Cove is not a spring exotic, unfortunately. Spring exotics include, like, Equinox. What else? Off the top of... Yeah, Equinox, Isokahedron Floodlight. And what else is a spring exotic? I forgot, but any spring exotic he'll start selling again. No, Wubbium's a summer exotic. Yeah, I don't know about YouTube coins. Yeah, those are the spring exotics. Equinox, Isagahedron, and Beehive. So those will start being sold in Maskman's inventory starting in Reincarnation, which will be a spring update, because the map is no longer snow. And we also need to change the exotics in boxes, because I'm sure all of you guys are sick of Frost Dagger and Ethereal Sanctuary. Autumn Breeze and Heavenly Wisp are both autumn exotics. Ancient Magic also is an autumn exotic, which was news to me. I thought it was spring, but apparently it's not. Maybe we could make a War Games item, but that really matters if War Games is in a stable condition anymore. Because I don't want people to have to go play another game if it's glitchy. I'm not sure when the update's coming out, but we're gonna consider this update a spring update, because we can't keep letting the exotics be winter exotics still. Alright, Frenzy sent an item, and he was yelling my DMs, so I guess I'll show this and I'll end the stream. I'll put this on top of the monolith. It's called Singularity. Oh, these are fusions of the Trinity items. This one being a quite literal fusion of all the Trinity items, which looks very weird. And here's this one, which is a fusion of all of them mechanic-wise, but it's a different color. And at first I didn't like the sound of it, but after hearing it, I kind of think this would be a pretty cool idea. Because, they're called the Trinity items. There's Father of Furion, Son of Poison, Spirit of Fire. What if this item was legit just called the Trinity? I think that would be pretty cool. Alright, so that's gonna be it for the stream. I'll probably be in VC on Miners Haven Genesis, so let me get a link for that and just post it just in case. Alright, that's the Discord link for Genesis. Alright, but thank you guys for watching. This did much better than I actually thought. I didn't expect so many of you guys to be interested in watching. Alright, so see you guys.